Hey, this is Bill Guthrie, and if you're watching this video, then you are a customer of mine. I've invited you to essentially a pre-launch of something that I think is going to really change the way we all do Facebook marketing. And I'm so excited you're here. I'm incredibly proud about what I'm about to show you, and you're going to have the opportunity at very special pricing to get involved with this early before the public launch on April the 8th. So let's get right in. First off, I want to let you know that this is what we call browser-based or web-based software. There is nothing at all to download. You don't need a WordPress site. It's not a plugin. It doesn't matter if you're on a Mac or a PC. This is something that's going to work right in your browser the same way that Facebook works right in your browser. So we've made sure to get all that in place for you so that it's incredibly simple to use. So I am inside Fanpage Curator right now, and you can see over here we have all these different pages that I own or am an administrator on. And we'll start to look around. What's really cool about Fanpage Curator is that it's essentially a three-step process, and we'll walk through that in just a second. Before I do, I want to let you know that we are constantly adding new features to this. We're still in early days on this. It's so exciting, and every day I'm seeing something new. Within the next 48 hours, we're going to be adding the ability to pull content from Pinterest, from other Facebook pages, from Twitter. We're going to be able to connect this and automatically be posting to a WordPress blog of your choosing. So there's some things in this particular demo that are not live yet. We're testing in the stability of it, and I expect that they will be rolled out 24 to 48 hours from now. So it's really, really exciting times. That's why I'm so excited that you're here, and why I'm giving you, one of my existing customers, why I'm giving you this opportunity now before the public pricing. So let's get into this. So once you log in, you will see and you connect it to Facebook, which is an incredibly simple process. It takes just a few moments. You'll see all the pages over here on the left-hand side that you own or operate. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is create a schedule. And when we create a schedule, it's incredibly simple. You click the Schedule tab, and then you click to create a schedule. And so think about our schedules for a moment. We want to, we're basically telling the app this is when we want to post and on what days we want to post, right? So basically, as you see here, I already have a schedule set up for this particular page, and I call it my master schedule. So let's look at what that master schedule looks like, and we can see how we can adjust it. So right now, I have it posting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 5 times a day: 8 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 4:30 p.m., and 7:33 p.m. To be able to change this up, I could add another one in here, and I could say, you know what, I also want to post at, let's call it 5:18 p.m. And I've just updated that. We can hit save, and that will now be refreshed. If I wanted to, you notice on this, I have I've just done it on the weekdays. So let's look at a weekend schedule, and let's create one of those. Let's say that I want to create a weekend schedule, and I'll just call that Beagle Weekend. And let's say that's going to be on Sundays and Saturdays. And let's say that on these particular days, I want to post at 10, you can randomize it, but let's say 10:33 a.m. and then let's call it 3:40, well, let's call it 3:54 p.m. So let's say on those days I'm not going to be posting a lot. And I would save that, and you would see that it's connected right in here, and now it'll start to post on those particular days. Now you notice here how it says default schedule, and I can set a default schedule, which you'll see in a minute. What that means is that later on, when I start to approve, I'm telling Fanpage Curator which schedule I want where I want it to follow. So you'll see that in a minute. It's incredibly simple. And if I don't like this schedule for some reason, I can say, oh, I'm just going to delete it, and it will delete and it will be out of there. We also, before we leave, want to show you something that's really cool. When we create a schedule, we can create a campaign as well. And a campaign, think about something like Teespring, where Teespring you may have, you're selling a shirt for 5 days. So you have a beginning and an end to that. So you might say Teespring hoodie, and you might say, okay, well, I've got a start date of today, and I've got an end date of Sunday, right? Whatever that might be. And suddenly you've created a very particular campaign, and later on we can create posts and connect those to this campaign so that those particular posts are only running when we want. So you can set up all of your Teespring campaigns, all posts, all at one time, and then not have to worry about them being delivered. So we're really excited about that. We know a lot of people who are using Teespring as a way to monetize their pages, and this made it that much simpler. So let me close this out. So again, first thing we do is we set up a campaign, we set up a schedule. This should only take you a few minutes. After that, let's go over into the Content tab. And on the Content tab, we are connected with Google in a lot of different ways here. We are going to be adding as I said earlier, we're going to be adding the ability to pull from Pinterest, from YouTube specific channels, from Twitter. We have an RSS feed in here, which is really awesome. I don't want to spend a lot of time here because it's very simple and you'll be able to figure it out, and there's going to be some instructional videos so you'll know what to do. But let's say, for example, I've got a page about beagles and I want to add beagles. So we have an auto connect here, and I say, let's just start with beagle, right? See what happens. And give it a moment to think. And suddenly I'm presented with all these great pictures of beagles. There's a basset hound. There's Snoopy. He's a beagle. He's a famous beagle. And we see all these different pictures. So what I'm doing right here is saying, yeah, these are great. I love them. And I really just want to validate that search feature is correct. That the search that I'm looking for, or that I presented, that it is pulling back meaningful content. And then what I do is I click here and I do what's called save to the sandbox. And you see our sandbox is right up here. So you'll see that happening in just a minute. So what you do, and our recommendation, is to go in and put, a dozen different kind of keywords that is relative and related to your particular content. Now we have where you can do videos, and suddenly the videos are coming in. If I want to watch this particular video, I can say click here, and it'll take me over to that video in YouTube. So you can definitely get a sense of things. But again, we're going to pull the content in for you right here. So you no longer have to go out on the web. You no longer have to go look around and hope to go find good content. We're going to pull it all in here for you. We have news, and we pull in also web searches. And like I said, the RSS feed is pretty cool as well. I can go in here and type in, I could type in anything I wanted here. And so, for example, I'll just type in CNN, and you'll see here, it'll suddenly is giving me the RSS feeds for all CNN. What's really great is that there are some awesome image sites that are out there, and we can pull in their content as well. So we can pull in images through the RSS and be able to grab that content there as well. So again, this takes only a few minutes. Now let's go over to the sandbox and we'll see how this all works. So at the sandbox, what's happening in the background is that we are analyzing those keywords that you have put in for us, and then we are starting to essentially recommend content for you. So what you're seeing here is a post. It is ready to be approved for you. And you can see right over here on the right, we have an approve button. So let's look at this, and let me see something that I like. And I like this one down here at the very bottom, and I'm going to click approve. And that has just been approved, and it says it's being posted, but what that really means is that it's actually going into our queue, to be posted. So that's all we've had to do. So if I want to go in and say, if I would like to say something with this or put a link in here, let's say I grab this one and say, cutest beagle puppy ever. And I'll hit save, and now that's going to come in, and that will be part of the text. So let me give you a sense of what this looks like. Here is here's my page that's connected to this, and you can see all these posts, they're coming in. They're coming in nice and clean. Again, I can put any kind of text in here that I would want, but they come in very smoothly, very easily. I'm getting comments, I'm getting feedback on it. This is kind of a smaller page, but it's good for testing. So you can see how this stuff is so cleanly being brought in. And the same thing applies for the videos and everything like that. The final thing that I want to point out to you, and you might say, well, geez, this is a really fast demo. Well, this is supposed to be easy. The whole point of this is to be very, very easy. So just for a second, imagine imagine coming in and running through this simple 3-step process for all of your pages. For each of your pages, set up a schedule. Run some keywords, make sure your content is correct. Let them go into the sandbox, begin approving. So instead, every week, instead of having to go and find the content and save it to your desktop and then post it back in and hit the schedule button and all of that stuff that takes so much time, we're going to do all of it for you right here in one place, where essentially all we will do is create those posts for you, and you just have to act like an editor and just approve and say yes, 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 no, I don't like that. By the way, let me show you that real quick. If there's something that I don't like, let that load up. If I don't like one, let's say I'm like, oh, that thing's tiny, then I can hit remove and it will be removed, so I won't have to see that one again. Anyway, let's go back over to the post, and then I'm going to wrap this up and let you look at the rest of the page and see if this is the right decision for you. So within our post, we're able to create things right here. So I can automatically and manually create a post right here. So this is a post, and I can then I can schedule it if I want. I can send it instantly. I can create I can attach a photo, I can put a link in there, all the regular kind of stuff that you can do. So this is a really, really simple way of doing this. So if I have this post right here, if I wanted to send that into the master schedule, I could do that. If I had created a campaign, so let's say I had my Teespring campaign, this is where I would put my information, I would attach attach the photo of the picture, I would attach it to my Teespring schedule, and suddenly it would just take me a few minutes right here to go ahead and post all of those those campaign posts and put them all in one little spot. Well, that's really it. You may have other kind of questions. Here's what I would encourage you to do. Take action today. The prices that you see on this page are going up tremendously. On April 8th, we will be rolling this out to the general public, and at that time, the prices will be going up by $250 to $300 over what you see today. So I really encourage you to get into this and get involved with it. We guarantee that it's going to streamline your process so much. It's going to allow you to get back to adding new pages, because it's hard and you don't want to add any new pages when you realize how much time it takes. So you're going to be able to start adding new pages to this. You're going to be able to take over your existing pages and start to streamline so much. We are actively and radically adding features every single day. This is not a small project for us. This is a big, big project. We want all Facebook marketers to be using this. We think that it is something of tremendous value. Again, I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so excited that you're here, and I hope you can hear that in my voice. So go ahead and take action. The buy buttons are at the bottom of the page, and I hope to see you on the inside. So thank you so much.